I thought I'd share with you some of my sketchbooks that I take on holiday. So this is one with some more or less completed pages that I did last summer, and so they have been bundled up and put inside this cover. So I'm more or less finished with these. I might go back and add some more bits and pieces to these. I think this page I coloured in that bit of seaweed. And then this book here, this is the same sort of cover, which I'll show you in a moment. And it consists of all these loose pages bundled together. And these are 4 out of all the ones I created this last holiday that I haven't quite finished. So you can see they've got blank backs. I haven't added any collage to the back yet. So I've just done one side. So let's put those to one side and have a look in this. So this cover with these pages, this is what I will take out and about with me. So these are some different papers you can see there, and these are some doodles that I've done that I haven't done any more with. A little bit of playing with colours there, another little bit of doodle. And then this great big stack here in the middle with that elastic in the middle. These are the pages that I've been doing where I have done both sides. So the pages on the right there that I've got in my right hand, those are ones that I did last summer that are maybe finished, not quite finished, not sure. That one on the left, I did do more this time, but I started it last year. Same with that spread there, and same with this blue one here actually. I coloured that this last holiday, but you can see the others are sort of unfinished. So that was started last summer, because I go back to the same place every time on holiday, so when I go back I pick up where I left off. So this bundle here, they're pages like those 4 that are unfinished. These ones are all double-sided, so they've been slotted into this little book that I can take out and about with me. And I've started to draw on the pages and to colour in. So you can see it's collage, different pages. Those ones they haven't had anything added to them yet. Neither have they. Lots of brown paper bags. I do love a brown paper bag. And newsletters, the local news bulletins. They're always good, just as background, and then I'll colour over them. This middle one, I really like that because it ended up looking like a seascape, and so I'm not sure what to do with that one. I don't really feel like adding to it. So you can see mostly these are just backgrounds. Because it takes so long to do the collage, wait for it to dry, and then add the surface gesso as well. I didn't actually have much time to do anything on the pages. So you can see this book cover, it's made of card, it's just really cheap and easy, just DIY job. And I add those loops of elastic so that I can slot in these pages. And then also I can take them out and maybe just take one out with me. So that's that seascapey one. I'm not sure about. I do like that side. I like the darker colours. That's some more of the newsletter, brown paper, newsletter, brown paper, and all sorts of bits there, like tide table. These are just bits of leaflets. The one with the circles there, that's some paper that I have doodled on. I like those letters where it says BIM, and where it's on the fold as well, you only see part on each side. And the other thing I like doing, which I think I'll show you now, that is a receipt that's been stuck on upside down. And same with this bit of brown paper here. That's part of a bread bag, and it's been stuck on upside down so that the text is distorted. It's backwards, because it's been stuck on upside down. So that's a whole page that I did more or less do. And So that's quite a nice big stack, and they can all just go back in under that elastic there. So it's a nice big fat book. It's very satisfying actually. And then the elastic band, that actually came from that bunch of asparagus that gave me some of that brown paper. So I like that. I think that's quite neat. And so those are my more completed pages. So that book is a bit thinner, but I can transfer things over. I really like this way of making sketchbooks. It's very practical. It's very flexible. You can just put things in, take things out. And so, yeah, those are the pages I am yet to complete. And this is the sort of stuff that I use to make those collages. So we've got some plain cartridge paper there. These I take with me. So I've got some old sketchbook pages, some handmade paper, some cartridge paper. So I'll take about that much with me in one of these big plastic wallets. And then when I'm on holiday, I just pick up all the sort of tourist leaflets that are in reception from the campsite that we stay in. There's a chocolate wrapper there, pizza menu from the local takeaway. These folded maps and things are quite good. That's a little piece of green string I found on the beach. This was a really good leaflet because of the colours, and I didn't get to see the exhibition in the end, which was a shame. Some foil from a bottle, not sure what I'll do with that. This was good. This was the hanger from the ferry that you put on your windscreen, on your rear view mirror, and that's another one there that I've added to that collage. So when I pick up the leaflets, I'm looking at the colours, but also if there's any interesting patterns or designs. So these bread wrappers, they've got a really nice symbol there and the pattern on the side. I don't love it, but it does look quite good in the background, as does brown paper, lots of brown paper, because all our fruit and veg, we get it in brown paper bags. And then I take this tin, so that's some tubes of gouache that I got in the supermarket. It was only a few euros. Things from inside coffee pod boxes. I thought they might be good for stencils. Now these various pots, which I try and keep this tin flat when we travel. So I've got a cheap paintbrush, I think that's from IKEA, and then these three little pots. So I think that one is acrylic medium or acrylic wax, can't quite remember. That one is gesso, just some white gesso, and then the other pot there, that is PVA glue. And so with the gesso, once I've done my collage, and I just use PVA this time, I add a really, really thin coat of gesso, and it's quite rough to touch, but that's a good thing. It means that now hopefully I can use anything now to draw or colour on top. So I've got this little pencil case here with just some cheap kids felt tips. So I use those mostly. A lot of the time I'm doing my sketchbooky things out and about when I'm sitting on the rocks by the sea. So it's quite windy, it can be quite cold, so I haven't really got much time for fiddling about. So in this wallet I've got some little watercolours, some of these Neo colour crayons, so water-soluble crayons, and this tin here, which I got in France, that's some more from a bigger set that I have at home, but I've put all my favourite colours in that one to take it out and about with me. And then this tin here, which had some chocolate marshmallows, didn't really need the marshmallows, but I did like the tin. I've got some crayons in there. So those are the sorts of colours and things I take on holiday with me, and I may or may not get round to using them. The felt tips definitely, because they're just so quick and easy. And then in this plastic wallet here I've got some brush pens, the sort that you can put water in. They have a little water reservoir. They're very useful. And this tin, this is a shallow tin. That's got a selection of watercolour pencils and some fine liners and a thick black pen there. Various bits and bobs. I don't think I used anything from that tin. And then I think back in this pencil case, I've got some black fine liners and just sort of ordinary gel pens, black gel pens. So that's a little insight into the sorts of things I take with me when I go on holiday and the sorts of materials that I use to make my collage sketchbook pages. I don't really need as much as I bring home, so really I should finish making my pages and then recycle all the bits and pieces I don't need.